The Walking Dead has returned for Season 10 Part C. 6 additional episodes were added to this season because of the coronavirus delay. The season finale for Season 10 was supposed to be back in April 2020, but COVID hit. The visual effects weren't done, so it was delayed to October with the season finale coming. But The Walking Dead wanted to make it up to the fan base and greenlit 6 additional episodes, which will take place over the next 6 weeks. So that's pretty good. Going in to the final season of The Walking Dead, which will be Season 11. So this is my review for Home Sweet Home of The Walking Dead, Episode 17 of Season 10. So welcome back to the channel, guys. My review for The Walking Dead newest episode. Now, if you had AMC Plus, you got to see this episode a week early. It airs tonight, Sunday night, all across the US and international places tomorrow. So, hopefully you've seen this episode. It will be full of spoilers. I hope you enjoyed it. And the main plot for this episode is Maggie has returned with a story she is not ready to share. Even when her past catches up to her, Negan's safety is at stake again. Daryl and Maggie fight an unseen and unknown threat. Now, this episode, I really enjoyed it. Very different. It was shot very different for a Walking Dead episode as well. And you know what? Something interesting. Like, this is one of the first shows to get back after the coronavirus. You know, to get back, social distancing, tests, and all that kind of things. Now, I will say there's a small group in this episode of actors, and they are close enough together. Like, they're not completely apart, but I bet you they're all tested and stuff like that. So that's okay. But you can definitely notice with some of the action, with some of the way they shot certain scenes, they didn't want to have so many people together, and there wasn't really that many walkers in this episode. There was a few, but there wasn't that many. There wasn't a horde of walkers or anything like that. But overall, this episode, Maggie's returned. She's returned back. She left with Georgie before, and we find out in this episode that community kind of fell. And then Maggie kind of found a new community, and that community fell as well, you know. So Maggie has not only heartbreak through her life, finding people, but then also those people being killed and by walkers or by people. So we thought Georgie was going to set up the big kind of Commonwealth for The Walking Dead going forward. It still could happen because we don't know if Georgie is dead or not. She could have the Commonwealth, and that could be introduced in season 11. Of course, we have a bit of the Commonwealth with the arc with Ezekiel and Eugene and those characters. So maybe the community, the big community that Georgie had, wasn't the Commonwealth whatsoever, and this other kind of stormtrooper group is the Commonwealth. So we'll have to see how that story develops. So it's interesting. But Maggie has returned, and there's some kind of controversy because, of course, Negan is very much one of the survivors now. He's one of the people of Alexandria. Like, Negan is now a good guy. He's saved himself from... he's got redemption. You know, he helped the community beat the Whispers, killed Alpha, you know, saved Lydia, saved Judith. So he has redeemed himself big time. But, of course, Maggie's back right now. She has her son, Glenn's son, with her, and Negan's the one who brutally murdered Glenn. So that kind of storyline, that arc is going to develop even more. The last time they got to meet, Maggie was going to kill Negan, but she got to see that Negan was broken. It wasn't Negan anymore, so she'd rather let him live in his misery than actually kill him, because it wasn't the Negan that killed her husband. But Negan is back now. He's very much... But he's a good person as well. But of course, you know, it's Negan. That old persona does kick over at times. We got to see that with the Whispers and with Alpha. You know, he's very much still Negan, but he's just changed a little bit more, and he's kind of more sympathetic towards certain characters. So that kind of, even when Negan and Maggie first meet, Negan's like, shit, you know, he's like, this isn't going to work out too well. She could kill me at any moment. What am I supposed to do here? And like, Maggie has a son, Glenn's son, and even there's a heartbreaking moment where Maggie is telling Daryl that Glenn's son is asking, who killed my father? Why is he still alive? You know, why isn't he dead? So that's an interesting arc, and I really, really like it. I thought the character interaction was brilliantly done. You know, Angela Kang, since she's came in season 9, has really improved the writing of the show. Not only the writing, but the dialogue between the cast. You know, the interaction. Like, Daryl never used to speak. Now he speaks a lot, and it's interesting to hear Daryl speak and help the other characters. And I like the interaction between Maggie and Daryl. Very well done. But basically, this episode is they're out kind of looking for whatever you look for in the Walking Dead universe, but her community that she's now brought to Alexandria, brought to the survivors, is a community full of different types of people. But She of course has her sidekicks, the guy in the mask, and then another guy, a long haired dude, who was very vocal in his opinion, which I kind of like as well. But I actually thought he was going to die off fairly quickly, but he didn't. He's very much alive. He might die in the next episode. But yeah, but there's big talk in this episode about the Reapers, and the Reapers are a group that attacked Maggie's group and killed many people. And that's why kind of Maggie came back, because there was people after them, and there was people trying to kill them. So that's an interesting arc already. And they're in fear that the Reapers have found them again, because Maggie's son has been taken, and some of the other members of the community of her group are now gone, and they set out on a search for these people, and they find some of them. But it's interesting because there's a threat in the woods, there's a threat in the forest that is taking them down one by one, which is insane. I got a lot of Predator vibes in terms of how it was shot. You know, you didn't know who the villain was, who was the threat. Is it someone that we've seen before? Is it actually these Reapers that they talk of? Who is it? And it turns out it was just this madman dressed in camouflage, sniping people one by one. And there was some brutal moments. Now, there was a few of the violence that was kind of censored a bit. They didn't really show it full on screen, but there is other moments where they did show it. So I don't know, if you're going to go full violence and full bloody and full gory, do it. You know, don't cut away or anything like that. Just do it. You know, it's The Walking Dead. It should be gory. But this guy was insane. And we didn't really get any background to him. I don't know if he's a Reaper, if he's part of a different community, or if he's just a psychopath in the zombie apocalypse that likes to kill people. That could be an answer to that question. But he was big. He was huge. Maggie confronted him, and then Daryl confronted him. But I thought the tension, the intense moments were throughout this episode, because this guy was sniping people one by one. Men, women. He didn't care. But what was his main goal? Why did he want to do it? We might find out in later episodes. It might be a larger group of these kind of weird guys who are just psychopaths and want to kill. That might be a concurring storyline for these 6 episodes. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was intense. It was badass as well, because the guy was huge. We got a little bit of a fight between Maggie, Daryl, and this unknown character. I'm going to call him like a predator, because he was just disguised in the woods and taking out people one by one, which was badass. And it's something pretty dark, you know. But I thought the cinematography, the way that the episode was shot, was actually pretty unique for The Walking Dead. It looked very different. I don't know if they got more of a budget for these 6 episodes, or they improved the camera quality, because it looked a lot different. It looked different. And you know what? I liked it. I really did. I liked the feel that they were going for. I know it was hard to kind of shoot multiple actors all together in the one place. So that's maybe why the camera was following certain characters, you know, it was just following them walking through the woods and stuff. There was a long periods of that throughout the episode, but I thought it worked. It was okay. It didn't take me out of the episode whatsoever. But guys, this episode, you know, considering these episodes were never supposed to exist, because COVID was never in anyone's plans. It's cool that the AMC, that Walking Dead, decided to greenlit these 6 additional episodes for us fans to tie us over into season 11. I thought that was very well done from AMC and Walking Dead. You know, they're thinking of their fan base hugely, because we all miss The Walking Dead. We all love The Walking Dead so much. We want to watch it week to week. We want to enjoy 16 episode seasons. But it was hard last year waiting for that huge gap to the finale. But they're making up for it now with these 6 additional episodes, and I thought this was a pretty good start. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I sat down with my brother. We ate pizza. We enjoyed it. We were just glad that The Walking Dead was back, and we can't wait for the next 5 episodes, especially the Negan origin story, maybe a Daryl flashback, maybe a look at the Commonwealth, and maybe we get a lead up into maybe Rick movie happening soon, and then season 11. So it's interesting, and the Fear of the Walking Dead will be back soon enough. I think at the end of the summer, or September, October, World Beyond will be back. So there's loads of Walking Dead content for us fans to enjoy. Even though season 11 is the last season, it's not the end of the Walking Dead universe. And I think this episode proved that The Walking Dead has so many interesting stories yet to tell, and it has interesting ideas. And this was an interesting episode and something new for The Walking Dead. Very tense, very creepy, but a very well done episode, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, Dublin Reedus is badass as Daryl, as always. Great actor. I like now in the last few seasons he's got more dialogue to work with. The interaction between Maggie and him has always been great, and it's great to see more of that. Of course, Kelly as well is dealing with the loss of her sister Connie, who Daryl might have a little bit of a love interest in. Maybe not, maybe he does. But yeah, she's still missing, and she was taken by the guy who was with Michonne before she left. So she's another arc to be fulfilled too, but Connie's dealing with that loss. Daryl's dealing with the loss of Rick. We've also got Maggie dealing with the loss of her husband and her sister and her father. So there's loads of characters in this Walking Dead universe that have loss, and they can relate to each other, and they can help people through through their loss, which I think is actually pretty beautiful. But I'm interested to see how the arc develops with Negan. Will Maggie try and kill Negan? Will Negan redeem himself in Maggie's eyes? Because in Maggie's eyes, she hasn't. And I like the pretty part of this this episode where Carol and Maggie kind of confront each other, because Maggie's kind of wondering, why is Negan out? Why is he walking around? And Carol's like, he's the one who saved us from the Whisperers. You know, I had to. He was the one. He was the way to get to them. And Maggie's like, at what cost? The Hilltop is gone now because of Negan was with them and did this. But of course, Maggie can't see the bigger picture like Carol or Daryl. Hilltop was a sacrifice that needed to be made so the Whisperers will be beaten. So it's interesting. I can't wait to see the additional 5 episodes. The Terminator 2 villain as well. He was cast for this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the 5 episodes. This was a good start. Pretty enjoyable episode. I liked it. I had a nice flow to it. Guys, did you enjoy season 10, episode 17? Never said that before. Of The Walking Dead. First of the 6 additional episodes for this season. Let me know below. What was your favourite part? Did you like the Predator style episode that they shot? I thought it was pretty unique for the Walking Dead universe and something to definitely go back and watch. It had a lot of rewatch value. So yeah, I thought it was cool. And maybe this was a Reaper, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's part of a larger group. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, give a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all the social medias. That stuff is in the end credits of the video, and I'll check you out next week for episode 18 and my review. Guys, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.